final. Just an awesome event. It was great to see, the countries and the fans from other countries come into our country and really embrace the American culture. And I thought, there were some stars made, most notably Holland. I don't think it really did much in the way of U.S. soccer, except expose the fact that we're nowhere close. But as far as that event and the pageantry and everything that came along with it, I thought it was tremendous from start to finish. I thought Fox did a great job. I don't know what they were saying on Telemundo, but they did a great job. And I thought overall a really, really enjoyable event for everybody. That's my good for the week.
All right, and the bad of the week is one LeVar Arrington.
You see how quick he kept it with me. See how there was zero glaze on there.
How come you didn't?
I'll just make sure I just pointed out to y'all how different it is.
Yeah. You're not a donut, bro. Yeah. You're not a donut. You don't need the glaze.
Come on, Patty. No country western.
He didn't want the glaze.
Wow.
Hey, so look, this is my bad of the week. Everything that happened at ESPN on the layoffs, that's pretty bad, and you hope that some of these guys are going to land on their feet. Like Charles Davis is one of the most, he's a man's man. He's a consummate professional. Hopefully he lands on his feet. I don't see a Palacero, it's always when you get those layoff shakeups that take place, it always kind of hits you a certain type of way. You see some of the names, that's my bad for the week, obviously, is you never like to see guys that you've been in the industry with, lose their jobs.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Not cool.
And, finally, we have our ugly of the week, and that's Constable Quinn. Shoot from the hip, brother.
Oh, I will. And this happened in last night's game between the Oakland Athletics and the Arizona Diamondbacks. In the fifth inning, third baseman Joshua Kuroda-Grauer, he fouled a ball off his testicle, rupturing it. Now, mind you, he hit his first career home run earlier in the game and then stayed in, as I don't know if Jonas, if you made mention this earlier today, but stayed in and did record a base hit later on with a ruptured testicle.
Oh, wow.
However, he was taken out eventually and went to get surgery there in Phoenix. So you want to talk about ugly?
Oh,
go back, watch that replay, and go ahead and just put yourself in the minds of every baseball player's worst nightmare.
Same at bat. A couple of pitches later, he goes opposite field.
That's a life's worst notmare come true.
But here's the problem. A lot of guys in Major League Baseball don't wear cups, and I don't get it. I do not understand, especially in that sport. I bet you dude's
going to start wearing them some more now.
Well,
or they might rethink it.
Think about how many times he's probably fouled balls and never had it come that close. If you're a catcher, I get it, because I used to pitch and catch. You need it. But if you're anywhere else in the field, I don't know that it's necessary. So I can understand why he doesn't as a third baseman.
Man, they're throwing 95 to 100.
They're not throwing up your crotch.
Football taught me you earn everything you get. So I appreciate a truck that shows up ready to work. The Nissan Frontier isn't trying to be flashy. Sure, it has the kind of rugged good looks you'd expect from Nissan, but it's built to haul what needs hauling and get you where you're going. It works hard all week, cleans up nice on the weekend, and feels as at home on the job site as it does at the tailgate. The 2026 Nissan Frontier.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox, and hiring the right professionals makes all the difference, and Specialized Recruiting Group delivers client-centric solutions. Visit srgpros.com. From project teams to long-term contract placements, SRG provides professional staffing solutions tailored to your business. With local insight and national reach, Specialized Recruiting Group goes beyond resumes, listening closely, responding immediately, and following a proven success that results in agile talent solutions that pivot with your needs. Start building your team today at srgpros.com. That's srgpros.com.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
There's about a 5-minute add to your commute this morning through some congestion on the northbound side of I-35. You're a little backed up from the 45 Southeast toll over to William Cannon, but currently no issues on Mopac going southbound from Breaker Lane into downtown, and cleanup is underway for an earlier vehicle fire on Daffin Lane at Decker Lane. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Star District in Frisco.
Soccer takes over the Star in Frisco. Catch every moment with match screenings, soccer-inspired events and tours, family activities, and more throughout the district at the home of the Dallas Cowboys. Plan your visit at thestardistrict.com. That's thestardistrict.com.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop. This message furnished by this station.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-444-2013.
October 18th, Run for the Roses Austin. Sign up now at livestrong.org/run.
This whole surviving life thing is pretty tough. Some people use therapy to get through it, others use their friends, and some just fight their way through. Whatever season of life you're in right now, this podcast is for you. Hi, I'm Morgan from The Bobby Bones Show and host of the new podcast, Take This Personally. I'm bringing on my friends and experts to cover a variety of topics in hopes of us all feeling a little less alone in this crazy world. Nicole, the neuroscientist, will help us understand why we are the way we are.
Our anxious brain or our emotional brain will make us believe things that are not necessarily true.
Jared can relate to fighting our hardest battles.
I was living on couches. Sometimes I was in my car. I was just all over the place. I think about it now, how many people opened their doors to me.
We will explore what it means to change careers.
I think a lot of people put the pressure on their career to fulfill their passion, when your purpose or your passion and your calling can be something that's much deeper than just your job.
And how we can all find that special love in this wild dating era.
In order to find the right one, before you do that, you have to be able to identify the wrong one.
This podcast will be the guide you need to surviving life with a friend at your side.
If a friendship is about give and take, but we just want to give, and we're like, oh, I don't want to take, I don't want to impose, I don't want to inconvenience her, then you're not reaping the full benefits of friendship.
The first episode is out now. Download it wherever you get your podcast.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Okay.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, Leander, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
Or wherever you may be listening. This is a Wind Down Wednesday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Texas football is 45 days away from the start of the season, but they are one day away from taking the stand at SEC Media Days in Tampa. And also Kirby Smart did take the stand yesterday and was testifying if you really know what's going on. ESPN's Bill Connelly on Texas winning and losing, how they will get there, and the awards continue to roll in for Texas baseball. Excuse me. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy, Cole, behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to leave a voicemail, all you got to do is use that talkback feature on a new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. If it's good enough, you will hear it on air.
Good enough.
But if not, we'll just talk about how bad it was. All right, let's get into this conversation. SEC Media Days continues to roll. Yesterday was a big day when you sit back and you look at Kirby Smart taking the stage and giving the State of the Union on his side for the Georgia Bulldogs. You had Clark Lee taking the stand. I keep wanting to call it the stand like they're in court. Yeah, Clark Lee talking about what's life going to be like after Diego Pavia. Shane Beamer, is he on the hottest seat of hot seats? And, of course, you have so much more to get into. Today, Texas A&M will be the feature. They will be taking the stage later in the day. Ole Miss with Pete Golden will be there. Florida with John Summerall, who came from Coastal Carolina to now take over the Florida Gators. And the Alabama Crimson Tide, Kalen DeBoer. All he does is win, and it seems like the folks in Alabama think that he's supposed to walk on water and change some things around, but it's taking some time. And people are honestly saying that he may be on the hot seat in Alabama.
Man, that dude can't change light bulbs without using his hands. Like, they need to cut it out. They just really need to stop.
Well, I remember that one lady was talking about if she won the lottery, she was going to pay his buyout at one time. And then he goes out and he wins. And
then she's on him back.
Yeah, and everybody loves him again. I mean, it's just funny to me when you start to look at the SEC and coaches that can be on the hot seat. One of them should be Shane Beamer. Shane Beamer he lost lead to Texas A&M last year. Where was it, like a 30-point lead or 27 points going into halftime, and they end up getting blown out in the second half, and people wanted him fired then because they thought that he has lost his luster in South Carolina. So it'll be interesting to see what is going on with the SEC. We'll hear a lot this week, but we also will be able to talk about Texas Longhorns and the expectations coming into the season. And now we're going to get closer and closer to having Coach Sark address the media, talk about all things. But I want you to hear from Kirby Smart as he talked a little bit about what it's like, the pros and cons of having teams like Texas and Oklahoma in the conference and what they each bring.
I can't think of any cons. I mean, you'd be telling me to say something negative about them being I might say travel. Like we knew that was inherent, that was going to come. And you look at our conference versus many others, and we're blessed to have the travel we have, right? Like going to Austin, I think at night, the year we went over there, it was like we got back at 3:30 a.m. or something, played night game on the road in a different time zone. That's tough, right? But outside of that, I don't know that there's cons. The pros are we're all over the state of Texas now and Oklahoma. The footprint of recruiting expanded. I think Greg would tell you that the media part was huge in terms of the coverage and having a better product to put out there. I mean, the number of games we now have on Saturdays when we line up and say, okay, you got this night slot, you got this midday slot, and now your 12 o'clock game is out competing the other conference's best game week in and week out. We're putting a better product out there with our third and fourth game. So that's what it's created, this, like, hey, we're going to play the best teams every week, and there's going to be elite matchups for television to pick from. I don't know that we could do that without Oklahoma and Texas.
I agree.
I mean, that's very well said.
Yep.
And he should be more, I don't know if you would say like happy about it because we've never heard a happy Kirby Smart. But like it seemed like he was like, wow, this is a great thing for us in the SEC. It's just like, monotone. But that's something to be happy about because there's not many teams or leagues that if they did decide to separate, that could carry their own, because we talked about this 40-45% viewership, and that's because of what he just said.
Yeah, there's a lot of great teams in the SEC. There are some teams at the bottom where you kind of, you don't know exactly.
I don't know if I want to watch Vanderbilt.
Right. Well, I mean, you did last year and the year before because Pavia
was
as
on
much
that
as you
team.
liked or hated him, you liked him too because what he brought for the flair for his school.
True.
So it was like Johnny Manziel when he was at A&M. Everybody was like, I hate Johnny, but when you was watching Johnny, you were watching to see what he was going to do.
Definitely was going to pull up.
Yeah, you were definitely going to watch it. So the viewership, to his point, is very, very key. But some of the other things that he was talking about is the keys to winning the SEC. Obviously, we did our voting yesterday to see where all the media sees it. Until you can beat the champ is always going to be that. Kirby Smart, the elder statesman of the SEC, gets his opportunity. And he says these are the keys to what it takes to win the SEC.
Well, it's every year. It's going to be run the ball and stop the run. And people want to talk about NIL and transfers and portals and expansions and 9-game playoffs. And at the end of the day, guys, it's about who plays football the best. And we pride ourselves on coaching hard, playing physical. And that's how you beat people in the SEC. You got to be able to run the ball and stop the run.
Where's the lie?
Where is the lie?
Hey, all that stuff plays out well, but the reality of it all is, hey, if you do not run the ball and stop guys from running the ball, it's going to be a long, long night for you. It's going to be tough for you. So you got to make sure that you are dialed in. One of the funniest moments that had happened during SEC Media Days was Lane Kiffin is the biggest troll. They've got a friend group with all the coaches that worked at Alabama together. They're on a thread together. So these guys have spent time. So they give each other a hard time. And Kirby was asked about Lane being the biggest troll of the group.
Troll. I don't even know what troll means. People say that all the time. Can you define what a troll is for me, please? I don't really know. I need to understand that better.
A troll just means kind of poking fun. He likes to stir the pot.
Yep, that's him. But he would say I look like a troll. So I wanted to make sure it wasn't defined by appearance, because certainly he is the Adonis of all college football coaches.
He is the Adonis.
I mean, he's not the most handsome guy, but when it comes to the SEC coaches, he kind of stands above, right?
Hey, Sark will say different. Sark will say, yeah.
Well, Sark is definitely more polished,
say different, yeah,
and more styled.
Yep, I don't think Mike Elko would.
No, let's put it out your mind. Baseball cap, hoodie. He like Bill Belichick.
He is Bill Belichick. Yeah, he could care less. Let's go coach some ball and get this thing done. But you start looking at the SEC as a whole, and you're looking from top to bottom. Obviously, a lot of conversation is going to be around the quarterbacks. Gunnar Stockton talked about his time at the Manning camp. He actually roomed with Marcel Reed, and they have a great relationship. We have already talked to Mateer. Mateer has already been to the Manning camp and got in there and put the work in. But everybody's talking about Trinidad Chambliss and what he brings back to the table. It's going to be between Trinidad and Arch Manning on who will be the SEC preseason top quarterback. I think it'll be a lot tighter than what people think. But you look at it. Remember, coming into last season with the quarterback position, nobody was really talking about Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton, tough.
Man, that
quarterback.
Dude is tough, man.
Yes, and he leads. He defines what Kirby Smart wants his teams to look like.
Out of all of the quarterbacks, other than the top three, Oregon, Texas, and Ole Miss, I would pick Gunnar Stockton. If I already had a quarterback and I wanted to develop somebody into my system, it would be him.
Right.
Those other three guys, they're going to start when they go to the NFL.
Well, you also, let's not forget about Lenora Sellers. He was somebody that was a Heisman candidate at the very beginning of the year, but the way that South Carolina played, which is the reason why Shane Beamer will be on the hot seat this year, he has to play better as a whole, and that team has to finish ball games. As I said, they were up against Texas A&M and then let it go, and now he's over there trying to figure out if he's going to have a job next season. So it's going to be tough.
Ooh.
We're just getting started on this Wind Down Wednesday edition of the Morning Kickoff. When we come back, we'll talk more from SEC Media Days. Who is everyone talking about, and what is going to happen when the Texas Longhorns show up at SEC Media Days? They ain't moving no furniture or nothing, but they're going to be there. We'll talk about that and more right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Shows, meals, drinks, even a roller coaster ride. All-inclusive two-night stay at Luxor or Excalibur, starting at $330 for two. Visit mgmresorts.com.
From the Lawrence and Lawrence Traffic Center.
There's about a 5-minute add to your commute this morning through some congestion on the northbound side of I-35. You're a little backed up from the 45 Southeast toll over to William Cannon, but currently no issues on Mopac going southbound from Breaker Lane into downtown, and cleanup is underway for an earlier vehicle fire on Daffin Lane at Decker Lane. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof. Shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh, comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Therapy Thursday with Ellen K is now a podcast. Love triangles, family feuds, secrets that should probably stay secret. Sponsored by AirTasker. Post your task. Get help from a tasker. Get anything done. That's a stress buster. And binge Therapy Thursday with Ellen K on the iHeartRadio app and wherever you get your podcasts.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting saber-tooth zip ride or pan for gemstones. Take the wild cave tour or the hidden passages tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Interspace Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
If you run a business, you know the value of trust. It's what keeps your customers coming back. And it's what you get when you advertise with iHeart. More than 75% of listeners consider iHeart hosts their friends and trust their recommendations. Now take that trusted influence and combine it with iHeart's massive reach and scale, and you've got the formula for growing your business. Learn how easy it is to tell your story through our voices. Call 844-844-iHeart today. That's 844-844-iHeart.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's the Craig Way Show with Craig Way and Cameron Parker. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardge, world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, and our guy Cole holding it down. Coming up in the next segment, we will talk Texas will or will not win the championship, and Bill Conley of the Four Letter Network wrote an article, and I want to get Mark's thoughts on this and you, the people. Like as we said, if you want to text us, all you got to do is use that hit us on the text line, 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Before we get into the conversation about the SEC and some more of the conversation about Kirby Smart, I wanted to ask you this, Mark. Yesterday, I found out, listening to the great Craig Way show, Craig Way, 2 to 5, right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, which you can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Yesterday, they were talking about it was National Sandwich Day. It was National Sandwich Day. And then he got into this conversation about the day after turkey sandwich and how good that after Thanksgiving and how good that sandwich can be.
Oh, yeah.
But it was turkey. So which is your favorite? If you had to pick a sandwich, what is your favorite sandwich?
I like the Thanksgiving sandwich. Like if you're in the Midwest and like right on the border of the East, they have something called Wawa. And at the Wawas, they have a Thanksgiving sandwich. And it's a little different because it's got mashed potatoes and dressing and cranberry sauce with ham and turkey. But my favorite is right up here, Ike's Love Sandwich. They got the Thanksgiving sandwich, and it's got the cranberry sauce, no dressing, but it's got potato chips, and it gives it a man. I love that sandwich.
For me, it's very simple. Mine is a simple Philly's cheesesteak.
That's easy.
I all day, every day, can get it anytime. Cubano, a lot of people like that, and a lot of people always talk about the Reuben.
Yeah,
a lot of
a
people like the
pastrami.
Reuben. Yeah, there you go. There it is. I was just waiting.
I love pastrami
you love
sandwiches.
pastrami.
Spicy mustard, baby. I don't need nothing else. People put pickles on it or cheese. No.
Yeah.
Bread, hot mustard, pastrami, or corned beef.
Yeah, a lot
either
of people.
one.
All right.
Or both if you're just tripping.
Let us know what your favorite is. As I said, mine will be the Philly cheesesteak. Craig even mentioned the lobster roll yesterday. Mufalata. Po' boys obviously are always good, and a pulled pork sandwich is always good too. I dig that, especially when you got the right sauce on it. But let's get into the SEC. We will be at Media Days tomorrow. We're going out there today.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh,
it's
man.
meat on bread.
I mean, I really don't want to be part of this discussion because a lot of people have
What happened?
A lot of people have had this discussion, and
it never comes out right.
Yeah, well, there's
never an ending to it.
To what? The conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to win or lose anybody by saying, oh, yeah, it is. And then people are going to say, no, it's not. We did a show recently on my other show, and there was no conclusion.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of time.
So what would you consider it?
I would not consider it a sandwich.
Okay. What would you consider it? A hot dog?
I would consider it a roll. Because it's really a roll. It's not two independent pieces of bread.
It can be.
I almost said something really crass, but I'm going to let you make it so I can keep my job. But stop it, sir.
It can be.
Why is Hardge always trying to argue with me, Cole?
I'm just asking.
He did that. He did that to argue. You just want to argue.
I don't want to argue.
Big man.
I don't want to argue. I just want to know, how do you decide what is a sandwich and what is not?
A corn dog is not a sandwich. It's the same to me. It's a roll.
Not. No, that's different. That is breaded. That is fried. That's totally different.
I still would say that a hot dog is not a sandwich.
You know what we can do? We're going to ask ChatGPT right
and
now.
And Chat will not be able to answer that because it doesn't have a mouth. This thing is a computer, man.
Technically, yes, a hot dog is a sandwich. Both the USDA and food historians define the sandwich as meat or filling place between two pieces of bread.
It's not two pieces of bread.
How do you think you get? Man, look, you're right. We're going to take this off air because we're going to be arguing about this for a long time. Because in the
people in their cars pulling over right now like these damn fools.
But listen, I'm telling you, this is what the AI overview gave us from Google. And this is what they said. Technically, yes, a hot dog is a sandwich. Both the USDA and food historians define a sandwich as meat or filling placed between two pieces of bread, a bun, or a biscuit. Because the hot dog is meat inside a split bun, it fits the classic definition. Despite public opinion, the debate is highly subjective.
Sir, you lose. Can we talk about sports?
I think it's more, would you consider it a taco?
This is not, man, who are you?
I'm just asking, would you consider it a taco?
No, it's not a taco.
Well, it's the same on your premise.
Is taco a sandwich then?
It can be. It depends on how you stack it.
Oh my God.
Hey.
This Cole. So we were talking about sports. And
I'm just curious. Craig got me on this yesterday because I was thinking about it. And then the hot dog, that question came up. So I just was curious to the thought.
Okay.
And you say no.
Mark, have you ever eaten a meatball sandwich?
Yes.
Okay, but that's a sandwich, right? They hollow out the bread and put the meatballs in.
Got him. I stand corrected.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, meatball sub is actually pretty good. It is a sandwich.
That's a sandwich.
All right, okay. I guess.
So a hot dog is a sandwich.
Hot dog is a sandwich.
All right, finally, yes. My man agrees. Way to go, Cole. Way to be convincing in that.
Look at the big brain on Cole.
It was all about the meatball sandwich. There it is.
You had to touch my soul with food.
Yeah, of course. Anytime food is involved. Well, anyway, the SEC.
The SEC.
I wonder if they got hot dogs over there at the SEC Media Days.
Oh, you know they had a nice little spread when we went to last year in Atlanta.
We will definitely, I'll give you updates tomorrow. But
please do.
As we continue to look at this conference and what the expectations are for the University of Texas, we heard about Georgia and what they bring to the table. But I want you to hear Kirby Smart. And this is something that I'm expecting the conversation for the Texas offensive line. I'm expecting the response from Coach Sarkisian tomorrow to go a little bit like this, as Kirby kept getting asked about his wide receiver room.
I'm just very thankful for people like you, Steve, that keep questioning them, because the more you question them, the more it helps me motivate them. So everybody says that we don't listen to you guys. Well, the wide receivers are listening, so they'll have a new challenge issued based on your question.
So basically, Don't ask me about my wide receiver room because I think our wide receiver room is going to be all right. Don't ask me about my offensive line. We made some adjustments, and that's all the questions that I keep getting is about this O-line. I'll keep motivating them, guys. Just keep motivating them. And you know who you think he's going to be talking to? Probably Kirk Bowles. My guy, Kirk Bowles.
Oh, you think that's what it was?
It'll be Kirk. Kirk will ask him something. I love it. I love it, though. But this is what it's all about. This is the time of year where the questions start coming out. This is the time of year where you look back and you see where you lacked. A lot of people are still going back to the lack of the running game, not having a 1,000-yard rusher. Was that more on the offensive line or was it more on your running backs? Was it on the play calling? How are we going to find the balance of that? So, yes, this is good. This is good questioning because it gives each team something that people are thinking about, but it also gives that coaches, hey, they're doubting you.
You also got to recruit people with that kind of temperament.
Yeah.
You know, like I would love to be able to recruit like 5 Casey Studders. They may not be the most athletically inclined, but they're the meanest. They're going to work harder than you. They're going to study their playbook. They're going to do everything they can, and they're going to hold the other guys accountable. Hey, did you work hard enough today?
Yeah.
Do you know your playbook? Like, I want those guys. And Kirby looks for those. That's why they win so much. They may not be the fastest. They may not have the best side-to-sideline quickness or the best hands, but they're going to give you everything they got, and they're going to know what they're doing when they step between those white lines. I just love those type of players. People could criticize Vince Young for all the things that they've criticized him for, but every player that he's ever played with was like there was nobody that was going to work harder than him. And he was going to hold you accountable and ask you questions to test you, to see if you knew what you knew.
Yeah, you definitely have to look at this entire season, the off season, leading into the spring, and now getting ready for actual August practice.
45 days, man.
Yeah, we're 45 days away from the actual game, but getting on that field starts right after they get back from SEC Media Days, and you start to really get that grind. And then you start understanding at the pressers. He'll start telling you different things. You'll start hearing about different players, just like we heard about Jermaine Bishop Jr. yesterday, him being talented enough to be on both sides of the football and spent time doing that. We still ain't talked enough about Jonah Williams, his health. That'll probably be a question that was asked.
We haven't said much about Atkinson.
Everything is coming to the forefront as football season gets closer and closer. And no, folks, I was not taking a shot at my man Kirk Bowles. He's our guy. When we come back, I want you to hear the little story about this Texas football team and why they will and why they won't be an SEC champion. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free in that iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Reports of an accident this morning going southbound on I-35 at Grand Avenue Parkway. It's causing about a 10-minute backup. Delay start from Hester's Crossing. You're traffic free, though, over on the 130 toll road southbound, where it's under 10 minutes going from Highway 45 down to 290. And over on Mopac southbound, no issues from Breaker Lane into downtown. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, that grinding and squealing. What are you going to do about that?
Time for new brakes. The chain store never has what I need.
No worries. Go to rockauto.com for name brands at lower prices.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 512-546-3415 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 512-546-3415 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 512-546-3415 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 512-546-3415.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Week 1 of NFL training camps continues. 2 teams, the Cardinals and Panthers, start full squad workouts today. They meet in the Hall of Fame game 2 weeks from tomorrow. Arizona O-lineman Isaiah Adams reported for camp despite facing charges in a guns and gangs investigation in his home country of Canada. And the Miami Heat say a YouTube link to a LeBron James press conference was posted in error yesterday. James has yet to make his free agent decision. I'm Matt McCoy.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Circle K. Earn Circle K Inner Circle rewards for free to start saving on fuel and enjoy exclusive offers on your everyday favorites. Download the Circle K app today to get started. When it comes to great deals, you can always count on Circle K.
I'm Tarika Foster Brasby. What's up, y'all? I'm your girl, Cheryl Swoops. And it's WNBA All-Star season. The best players in the world are on the floor. And on our podcast, Levels to This, we've got something to say about every single one of them. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Levels to This with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby, and listen now.
Do you have an unused car, truck, motorcycle, boat, or RV taking up space? Put it to good use by donating it to the NASCAR Foundation. Proceeds help fund medical resources for children in our racing community. Your wheels can heal. Call 844-NASCAR-9 and we'll come tow away your vehicle for free. The process is quick and your gift is tax deductible. Call 844-NASCAR-9 to donate your vehicle to the NASCAR Foundation today. Your donation will help our children survive and thrive.
Back to Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Guess we're going to do the Hardge Knocks Live. It's okay, Cole. It's all right, because you were so busy hyping up Mark about your meatball sandwich and all that other stuff. I get it now. I got it. Welcome back to the Hardge Knocks Life segment of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio. AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio.
It's not over. We can always do a do-over.
No, it's over. We're moved on.
Why?
Because he could take me out with it. We're not doing reprieves right now. All right, I want to get into this conversation with you, Mark, because obviously the Texas Longhorns are the team that we cover. This is the home station for all the UT action and UT athletics. You can hear it all right here on Sports Radio. AM 1300 The Zone with the voice, Craig Way. Will be in Tampa tomorrow as the Texas Longhorns make their appearance at SEC Media Days. And let me just tell you, over the last few years, it has been a show in itself. But I wanted to get into this article that was out yesterday from our guy, Bill Connolly of the Four Letter Network. He's a great writer, does some great insight, and breaks down teams and lets you know the plus minuses and how everything should end. And they do this thing. It's supposed to be, if this happens, Texas can be a national champion. If this doesn't happen, this is why they won't be a national champion. So
here we go.
Coming into the conversation, it says Texas plus 750 to win the national title. If Arch Manning learns this one neat trick, and that is throwing on the run. Arch's numbers of him throwing on the run were not very good last year. He was 82nd in completion percentage outside of the pocket, 49.2%. And he was 94th in completion rate on the move. He was 48.6% completion rate. So if you look at that, with all the athleticism that he has, if he can be more accurate outside of the pocket, this could be a very good year for the Texas Longhorns.
I think so. I think you throw short. You don't always try to throw long when you're scrambling.
Right. So we'll see how he decides to scheme this up. If the offensive depth isn't the issue, Coach Sark went out, got a bunch of skill players. You see it. Raleek Brown, Hollywood Smothers. You look at what you got in Cam Coleman, the tight end from up north. Masunis is a guy that can come in there. And if they can be the guys that we think they're going to be, and Coach Sark can develop the depth behind those starters, we're talking about a Derek Cooper. We're also talking about Jermaine Bishop Jr. and Day-Day McCutcheon and guys on the outside that are going to get an opportunity to play. But you also got to be able to develop depth on the offensive line. If that offensive line can show that if somebody gets nicked up, that you can place a guy in there to hold it down for a little bit. And you saw it last year when they made some moves on the offensive line. What ended up happening, Texas got better as the season went on. So you'll start to see that. Are they going to be a fast starting team? So that'll be part of the conversation. But depth is going to be the biggest part. And the last but not least, if Will Muschamp can come in and get this defense to a top of the chart level, as we talked about earlier, 2 weeks ago, we talked about Indiana, what they were able to do. Yes, they were a lot older, but they were a team that came together, and defensively, they were one of the top defenses in the country, along with Miami, who they played for the national championship. If you can get pressure on the quarterback, create a great defense, an elite defense, then that will offset what the offense is doing, and you'll give yourself an opportunity to be at the top of the charts.
And you'll give your offense more possessions.
Mm-hmm.
And if two defensive linemen, can step up and keep Colin Simmons and Biles away from getting picked up by guards, they have to be occupied. The guards have to be occupied. It's going to be very difficult to go against this Texas defense.
Right.
And that's not saying about safeties being able to come up in the box. That's not saying cornerbacks being able to play bump and run coverage. I'm just saying, if Texas has two defensive tackles or another end that can step up, and
Lance Jackson,
just step up and say, you got to account for me, we won't have much to worry about.
Right.
Because Kirby Smart said it best. You win games by what? Great defense and being able to run the ball. When you possess the clock, you force teams to have to throw when they don't want to, which leads to, I guess it was Nick Saban said, it's a few things can happen when you throw the ball too much.
Yep.
And interceptions is one of them.
Yeah. Turnovers and incompletions are 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
You know. And here are some of the other teams that have the what ifs. Texas will be taking on Ohio State. They're the national champion favorite, plus 600. Theirs is if Jeremiah Smith and Julian Sand can get on the same page, and Jeremiah Smith can get some other guys to step up, like a Chris Henry Jr., another blue chip player. Is if Arthur Smith, the new play caller, able to get everybody on the same page. Notre Dame, second place, plus 650. If their second half of the season, if they can bring that to the beginning, because remember, they went on a run late in the season, which is why a lot of people thought that they were going to get into the college football playoffs. They have to replace a lot of good stars on that team.
Yeah.
But one thing they have on defense is our guy, Leonard Moore Jr., and on offense, they have Jaden Greathouse from Westlake. So the top 3 teams that are in the mix for a national championship is Ohio State, Notre Dame, and of course, the Texas Longhorns, followed by the Indiana Hoosiers, Oregon Ducks, Georgia Bulldogs, who we've been talking a lot about, and Miami Hurricanes. When we come back, got some more conversation to get into. Texas baseball gives out awards, and we'll let you know all about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Everything runs through Austin.
Swing and a miss! Light the tower! The Texas Longhorns have won their second straight softball national championship.
Congratulations to Texas softball on winning back-to-back national championships.
Gary going back. Warning track. Deep. It's gone. Tegan's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
1300 The Zone. Your home for champions. Your home for the Horns.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
A couple of stalled vehicles on I-35 to watch out for this morning. A stalled vehicle on I-35 northbound at Westinghouse blocks off the 2 right lanes. On the opposite direction of I-35 southbound, a stalled 18-wheeler is partially blocking off the exit ramp off to Robert S. Light Boulevard, but currently issue-free over on Mopac northbound from Enfield to Breaker. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, Ben Tyrod, what are you going to do?
I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on rockauto.com before you can even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
Hey, America. We need to have a little talk. I don't know if you've noticed, but we got a lot of food in this country. A lot of peaches, a lot of corn, a lot of apples, a lot of everything. We've got so much food that we can't even eat it all. So if we got all this extra food, how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? I just don't get it. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to the hungry kids who need it. They can get you food even if you live in Idaho or Alaska or somewhere crazy like that. This isn't complicated. We got extra food and we've got hungry kids. Feeding America's done the math. Now it's your turn. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. I know you got internet on your phone, so what are you waiting for? We can't do it without your help. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone presents the Craig Way Show. Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. only on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. As you know, SEC Media Days are going on right now in Tampa, Florida. That means that we are getting close to football season, but we're going to put a bow on baseball season as Texas baseball announced the winners of their 6 team awards, and all of these awards are named after former players who had great careers here at the University of Texas. The James and Houston Street Longhorn Award goes to Luke Harrison. That shows the true meaning of being a Texas Longhorn. Luke Harrison has shown that, the left-handed pitcher who now is off to a major league career. Brooks Kieschnick Team MVP goes to the freshman, Anthony Pack Jr. The man just did everything you could possibly do as a player in the SEC. As a freshman, he's the first one to win this award in 9 years. Keith Moreland, Offensive Player of the Year, goes to Aiden Robbins. Aiden Robbins just signed his major league contract for, well, not
Shout
major
out
league,
to
his signed his first major league contract with the New York Mets after he got drafted, but he was named the Keith Moreland Offensive Player of the Year. The Spike Owen Defensive Player of the Year goes to Carson Tenney, another man that was just drafted by the Minnesota Twins. The Greg Swindell Pitcher of the Year goes back to our guy Dylan Volantis. Dylan Volantis, the big lefty, will have another opportunity to be a 3-time Greg Swindell Pitcher of the Year, as he'll be back on the 40 acres, one last season at least. And the Sean Braswell Academic MVP goes to Ethan Walker. Ethan Walker, a lefty, got a chance to pitch in a lot of big games this year, but here he is now being the academic MVP. Academic MVP, Ethan Walker. Pitcher of the Year, Dylan Volantis. Defensive Player of the Year, Carson Tenney. Keith Moreland, Offensive Player of the Year, Aiden Robbins. Team MVP by Brooks Kuchnick is Anthony Pack Jr. And the James and Houston Street Longhorn Award goes to Luke Harrison. Also, to cover up all the baseball information, the guys that transferred out all have found a home. Ashton Larson has signed with Texas Tech. Jason Flores, former pitcher here on the 40 acres, has signed with Georgia. Maddox Mansour, who got a chance to play center field, signs with NC State. Left-handed pitcher Kay Bing has transferred to the University of Houston. Andrew Ermis, for catcher, has transferred to TCU. Presley Corville, Coastal Carolina. Cooper Rummel has transferred to Duke. Drayden Ferguson to Missouri. William Hill to Wortham. And Grady Westfall has now transferred to K-State. So all of Texas players are on the move, found a home, and now we get ready for the offseason and see what happens next for Texas.
Well, I pray for all those guys to go to their respective teams and do well. But, you know, the rotation cycle is imminent. Every year they're going to try to upgrade, get better, and hopefully Texas has done that.
Yeah, no doubt. And to me, this is now that time where they start their getting ready for the fall ball. A lot of games will be played. A lot of people will earn some spots. This is where you start to see who's coming in ready. Are these young freshmen going to be able to make a move? And now you get a chance to get back into the flow of everything when it comes to Texas baseball. Again, those guys that earn those awards are definitely worthy of it. You got your MVP coming back in Anthony Pack Jr., who went on to play for Collegiate Team USA, which was outstanding. And, of course, you got your top pitcher in Dylan Volantis, who will be on a lot of top draft boards for next year because he's going to be eligible for it. I'm expecting big things from them and the Texas Longhorn program moving forward. Mark, as we mentioned, SEC Media Days have been rolling on, and today you have Kalen DeBoer, head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. You have Florida's John Summerall, who just took over the job right at the end of the season after Coastal got done. He came in and trying to turn that program around. Don't have to do it with a new quarterback because DJ Lagway is now at Baylor. Ole Miss with Pete Golding, who replaced Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin will be at Media Days tomorrow along with his friend Coach Sark. But Pete Golding is there for Ole Miss and taking the microphone today. And Texas A&M, Mike Elko. Marcel Reed is another one of the guys that will be there with him. And a lot is expected from the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies as this season continues to roll on. Will they get over the hump, I guess, is the biggest question.
Well, it's going to depend on Marcel Reed. Like, you know, against Texas, he disappeared because of the pressure. He has trouble throwing the ball down the field and to the sidelines. Anything crossing or deep posts and stuff like that, he's very accurate. He threw a lot of touchdowns right up the seam, but he's got to work on that outside game.
Yeah. Well, today you got Kalen DeBoer at 9 o'clock. Right at 8 o'clock, he'll take the microphone. He brought in Ryan Coleman Williams, one of the top wide receivers in the league 2 years ago. Last year, he didn't have the best year as that top wide receiver that we thought he was going to have. He's a name to pay attention to. Florida is taking their running back, Jaden Ball. Jaden Ball was somebody that we thought Texas was making a run on. He decided he was going to stay at Florida. They will take the microphone at 9:30. Pete Golden will take it at 12:30. He brought Trinidad Chambliss and Kejuan Lacey, two guys that are supposed to be, I would see them
Lacey's a bad boy.
I would see them as first team all SEC conference players. And then at 155, Mike Elko takes the stand with Marcel takes the microphone stage. I'm like,
you saying take the stand like because they have so many arrests this year.
That would be Georgia. And they've had a couple too. When we come back, hour number 2, we'll hear from Clark Lee from Vanderbilt. What are they doing to replace one Diego Pavia? And you'll also hear from Shane Beamer, Hot Seat Beamer, right here on a Wind Down Wednesday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop. This message furnished by the station.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Delivering more is just how we do business at Group 1 Ford of South Austin. Get more selection with our huge inventory of brand new Fords and quality pre-owned rides. More value with bigger deals, and more confidence with our Austin family that's been serving Central Texas drivers for over 2 decades. Whether you're hauling gear to Zilker Park or commuting down Mopac, you get more with the team that knows Ford best. Group 1 Ford of South Austin, home of transparent pricing and no dealer add-ons. Visit us on South I-35 or online at group1fordofsouthaustin.com.
Are you one of the 7% of adults in the United States who are searching for an alternative to sleeping in a bed? Then let me introduce you to Z-Cliner, the revolutionary recliner designed by FlexSteel. The Z-Cliner, meticulously engineered with restful sleep in mind, making it an ideal bed alternative. A healthy life starts with a healthy night's sleep. Z-Cliner is more than just a recliner. It's a personalized comfort experience. It features multiple power adjustments like recline, headrest, lumbar, zero gravity, reducing pressure on your body, tech integrations like charging ports for easy modern living. We know life can be messy, stressful. That's why Z-Cliner is upholstered in a moisture and stain-resistant fabric, perfect for all-day enjoyment, even homes with pets and kids. Z-Cliner, a complete sleep solution. Get started. Unmatched comfort. ZCliner.com/Dan Patrick today to find a Z-Cliner at a store near you.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hot tubs,
saunas,
cold plunges.
Austin, the sale you've been waiting for is here. Join Texas Hot Tub Company for our grand opening celebration. One day only, Saturday, July 25th. Save with the lowest prices of the year on hot tubs, saunas, and cold plunges. Plus instant rebates up to $2,500 on select hot spring spas and Tilo saunas. Bring your swimsuit and try before you buy. Financing is available on approved credit. This Saturday at Texas Hot Tub Company, where Austin goes to swim, soak, sweat, and save.
All the big moments of the 2026 FIFA World Cup were heard live on the free iHeartRadio app.
There's the final whistle.
Sports never stops.
The return of the NFL, baseball's second half.
And breaking news always.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now. This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. In hour number 1, we talked about SEC Media Days and everyone that was there from the yesterday. You got a chance to hear from Kirby Smart as he talked about his team and the expectations. And, of course, you get a chance to talk to others. Today at SEC Media Days is a big day because you got Kalen DeBoer of Texas A&M. He'll be taking – Texas A&M of Alabama. He'll be taking the stage here in just a little bit at 8:05 Central Time. And, of course, you have Florida and John Summerall, who is a new head coach for the Florida Gators. Pete Golden, who took over for the playoffs and now is the head coach at Ole Miss. And Mike Elko. Mike Elko will be the feature today because there's so much going on with Texas A&M, the momentum of being able to get into the playoffs last season. Didn't score, but they tried everything they possibly could. And, of course, Kalen DeBoer, is he on the hot seat? Speaking of hot seat, we have some coaches that have made some changes. One of those coaches that has turned the program around is Clark Lee. Clark Lee, the head coach of the Vanderbilt Commodores, a guy who played for Vanderbilt, a guy who loves Vanderbilt, a guy that has changed the program around. And he had this to say, not just about the progress, but where we're going for Vanderbilt.
It's been a remarkable journey, and I'm incredibly grateful to everyone who's had the courage to believe in our vision and walk beside us along the way. I'm especially grateful to our players, those who chose to stay and fight together to build something meaningful while the world laughed from the safety of the sideline. I'm indebted and I'm inspired. But let me be clear, progress is not the destination. Last season was not an arrival. It was simply another step in the climb.
And that's the thing that I'm thinking of, too. So when you look
was he trying to be a poet and didn't know it?
Well, it was funny because Cole said, man, I wonder if that's AI. And I'm like, no, that's how he speaks. That's what he mentions. That's how he's built this program. He is somebody that is passionate about Vanderbilt and wanted it to get to national prominence. Now, the biggest question is, how do you stay at national prominence because of Pavia? And now that he's gone, what are you going to do next? They have a hot shot quarterback, last name Curtis, that is getting a lot of hype, and he was a 5-star. And that's why people were shocked when he picked Vanderbilt, but he saw something in Coach Lee and what they bring to the table.
Well, I guess if you have a coach that had Pavia, he's got a lot of patience for quarterback. And this kid must really want some leeway. He must know something that we don't. And you try to carve out a place for yourself that fits you best. So if he can deal with Pavia, he definitely can deal with me because I want that kind of freedom. And that's probably why he went there.
Well, I look at it too, Mark, as a quarterback wants to go to a place, or any player wants to go to a place where he's going to be taught as well. Yes, you might give a little leeway, but he don't have the same skins on the wall that Pavia had to develop that leeway. And now these coaches are now looking at, I have to win. I have to find a way to win. And I'm sorry about your feelings, but they trying to run me out of here. So I have to do what's best for this team to get victory. So we'll see what they end up doing there. Somebody that has a quarterback, somebody that has a pretty decent team, but they couldn't get the job done, and now he is on the hot seat, is Shane Beamer. Shane Beamer has been at South Carolina, I believe, since 2020, and now he's at that point where they're past the honeymoon stage. You got to go out there and get victories. We are in that stage of the relationship where we either gonna get this to work.
It's expected of you.
Right. This is where we're supposed to be, and I expected you to do more in this relationship. And here's what he said yesterday about his status.
I stood up here in 2020 when I got hired, or 2020 at the press conference, and I talked about two things. There was no ceiling on the football program at South Carolina, and nothing has changed. And I said that this was my dream job when I got hired back then, and nothing has changed. I'm more convicted about that than ever. Certainly last season was a difficult season. to say the least. There were high expectations, and we fell woefully short, and that's on me. We had 6 losses last season that were one-score games going into the fourth quarter. We certainly have to play better in the fourth quarter, but we don't seek comfort from that with how close we were. I'm accountable for everything that goes on in our program, made changes that I felt like we needed to make. We've gotten better because of it. I'm a big believer that in life, you've got to go through some uncomfortable moments in order to grow. And we went through some really uncomfortable moments last season, but we have absolutely grown from that. The expectation always has been, since I've been the head coach, and always will be at South Carolina, to compete for championships and to compete for a spot in the 12-team playoff. That's what we are still working towards each and every day.
Hogwash. That's coach talk. That's coach speak.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. Like, I mean, he knows what it is. Like, if your team in the fourth quarter is not performing and you losing leads in the fourth quarter, how about you check your strength coach? Work on your conditioning. How about I'm not taking all the blame. He talking about that's on me. No. My coaches got to get better, and my players are going to have to own this. Every day, we're going to work harder for the fourth quarter. And Texas, you see Texas throw the 4 up in the fourth quarter. There's a reason for that. They know they've put the work in to get the fourth quarter done. And that's something that every coach should embody.
Right.
Don't take the blame for everybody. I hate it when coaches do that. Oh, that was on me. I should have done better. Yeah, you should have done better. You should have done a better job of hiring your strength coach. You should have done a better job of hiring your position coaches.
So that
you
is
should have
on
had
them,
your
right?
players.
So that is on them, right? So that's why he says it's on me. He has to take self-accountability for everything that everybody else does too.
Self-accountability.
Right.
And then you go, y'all got to pull y'all weight too.
They got to do that they probably do that in closed doors. But when you walk out in front and you're the face and you're the leader, you have to fall on that sword. You can't throw your coaches under the bus.
I'm throwing everybody under the bus.
You hired them.
I know.
So you got to throw you.
We leaving. If they don't get rid of me, you going too.
Oh, for sure. Because you're part of the problem.
You want to move?
Yeah, but that's why.
Do you feel like moving? I don't feel like going to the storage building today. Like, let's go and do what we got to do.
You have to be able to own that responsibility as a head coach, and I think that is what he was trying to do. And I get it. I get it. This is a time and a place where all of these coaches and the staff are putting themselves at risk. You're at risk every single day because of the fact you got to win. You have to win, which is why him being on that hot seat is something that I get, but I don't get, because as good as many people believe South Carolina was back in the day, have you felt a threat from them? They have great players. They got guys that go into the NFL and have great careers.
Safety that they had was cold-blooded.
Their wide receivers are good. Their
quarterback was good.
It's still good. I mean, he's still there, but you have to be able to finish, and that's what he was talking about, those fourth quarters. Finish them.
Man, you got to finish.
You got to be able to finish. 27-point lead against Texas A&M. Shutting them out.
That's nuts.
And then you end up losing that game, and many folks thought that was going to be your last game.
Did they go into your favorite defense, prevent?
Oh, yeah, prevented them from winning, for sure. And they went into prevent offense because they weren't being the same team.
They started trying to run the ball to run the clock?
Knowing that's not what you do. Because what people tend to forget
bad move.
You can try to do those things, but as you're doing that, you're stopping yourself for any possession.
And
that
momentum.
You
kill momentum when you start to prevent.
Yes. So it is something that these teams continue to look at. And I'm curious to it all, because as you look at this SEC, and we talked about this yesterday, about the hierarchy, the top of the top of every conference. If you look at the top of the top of every conference, it's normally the same blue bloods that are normally around. The middle part is some guys that you can move around at any moment They can have an up year, they can have a down year, but they're still going to be a quality football team. When you looked at the bottom, it was the same teams for a long time in the SEC, and that's before Texas even and Oklahoma even came into the SEC.
Right. You're right.
You were looking at it, and you're like, well, this lower half of the Big 12 can beat that lower half of the SEC. This lower half of the Big 12 can beat that lower half of the ACC. So you're looking at your conference. Now you don't know who's going to be at the bottom. When was the last time you thought that Arkansas was going to be the bottom part of this whole thing? When did you think that Vanderbilt was going to be one of the teams near the top of the conference with their performances over the last couple seasons? And that's why people look at the SEC and saying, can you get back to being the SEC that is represented and playing for national championships? That's why people are talking so much about it. That's why Georgia is still looked at as the premier team, because nobody else has shown that they could go there and battle for that yet. And I think this is the year that other teams in the SEC show improve and make that move to the top. We'll see what ends up happening. Coming up next, somebody that is trying to get to the top. That's number 4 in Dallas, baby. Dak Prescott said it's Super Bowl or bust. What say you, Mark Henry? We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Craig Way knows everybody.
Matt Brown is with us. I'll remember a couple of things. One, when you came in, when you had the double ice bags on your knees, when you had the knee replacement, and you looked at me one night and said, never do both at the same time.
Craig, I was running out on the field and trying to lead the team for the Ohio State game, and I just had a knee replacement, and I tripped. They had some carpet there. I tripped, and I thought my leg was going to come off.
Catch special guests like these and more by listening to The Craig Way Show on AM 1300 The Zone.
From the Lawrence and Lawrence Traffic Center.
Slowdowns in Georgetown are due to a crash blocking off 2 left lanes on I-35 southbound at Highway 29. This is causing a 20-minute slowdown. A 30-minute backup further southbound on I-35 due to a crash at 51st, blocking off the 2 left lanes. And a stalled vehicle on the service road of Ben White going westbound at Manchac blocks off the left turn lane. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh. Comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Looking for a great deal on a new truck? Head to Covert Chevy in Hutto. It's now open on Sundays for your convenience. Right now, get $13,923 off of MSRP on a new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ. Whether it's for work, the ranch, or your next road trip, there's never been a better time to drive home in a Silverado. Visit Covert Chevy Hutto and experience the Covert difference. That's a Covert deal. That's Covert Chevy Hutto right off of 79 in Hutto. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
Hey, it's Hannah from Central Texas #1 sports bar, Rowdy Cowboy. If you love the Longhorns as much as Rowdy does, you will have to watch all the action on our 69 big screen TVs while enjoying ice-cold beer, craft cocktails, and our Texas-sized menu. And check out our Monday and Friday steak specials. So saddle up and head to Rowdy Cowboy, located off I-35 in Round Rock. Let's get rowdy. Visit us at Go Rowdy Cowboy.
If you run a business, you know how hard it is to get your customers' attention. Yet 85% of consumers say radio is the last thing they hear before shopping. Let iHeartRadio help you reach your next customer today at 844-844-iHeart.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Train to push past the pain. Not athletes, just people. Men, women, and children trafficked every day in the United States. Sometimes by someone they trusted, sometimes by their own family. While millions watch the World Cup, they're fighting to survive in silence. Help us change that. Visit bluecampaign.gov/World Cup to help us break the silence.
You've got a big day.
So you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing? I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the right seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
This used to go so hard when I was at the other place and had another show. This was our intro. That's when you knew it was about to be fire.
It took me back.
It was about to be fire. It was about to be fire.
Yeah.
And it's about to be fire, too, because the Dallas Cowboys come in with some fire expectations. When you sit back and you think about this this Dallas Cowboy football team, you think a lot about Texas because the quarterback.
There's a bunch of them on there.
Yeah, you think about Texas because there's a lot of people that are looking at this Dallas Cowboy football team the same way you look at the Texas Longhorns. You expect them to play well. You expect your Saturdays to be good. We talked about the young defenders as we spoke with Tommy Yarsh of DallasCowboys.com. If you missed any parts of that, get over to our podcast page as Tommy broke down training camp and the expectations for the Dallas Cowboys and this new look defense that you're going to have. But it all goes back to one Dak Prescott. As Dak Prescott goes, normally the team goes. The problem is last year's defense was the problem, and the offense was putting up points, crazy points, and still gets blamed for some of the issues. But as you look at the matchup and everything that goes along with it, you realize that Dak Prescott is a true leader of men. He continues to be excitable about the season, bringing guys in, going to Utah, bringing most of the skill positions with them so they could get the work in. But Dak needs to get a Super Bowl. Do you believe he needs to get one to secure his legacy? I'll let you answer that after you hear this.
Dak needs it because otherwise all we're going to do is 2 or 3 years from now when you have a new quarterback is we're going to get ready for round 3 of the same thing where the Cowboys will find a quarterback and he'll be good. And 30 to 40% of the fan base will say he sucks because you're still not winning the Super Bowl. And so like this team will have stuff to overcome. Yeah. I mean, Dak needs it for y'all.
But he does. He needs it for his legacy.
Yeah. Your legacy is totally different.
You don't get remembered.
The way you're remembered is totally different. Dak, the difference is a statue or not a statue.
I mean,
he'll get a statue if he wins the Super Bowl.
That's all garbage. All garbage.
Why do you say
There's
that?
so many quarterbacks that are remembered. Fran Tarkenton didn't win one. There are great quarterbacks. Did Dan Marino win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, but isn't that the conversation that you have though? For both of those, they didn't win. Dan Marino won his
man.
rookie
People
year.
talk about Dan Marino having the prettiest ball that's ever been thrown. That he had the quickest release ever. Warren Moon, how many did he win? They don't make him less great. Steve McNair, how many of these quarterbacks? Listen, they're going to be remembered.
Every one of those quarterbacks that you mentioned played in the Super Bowl. Dak has not played in the Super Bowl.
Well, that's true too. Dak
Dak
has to get there.
Right.
And Stephen A. Smith pissed me off yesterday, but he was right. How about the expectation being getting to the conference championship or winning a conference championship and going to a Super Bowl? Super Bowl or bust is not the reality for every team, but if you're considered to be one of the top 10 teams in the NFL, your expectation has to be Super Bowl or bust.
Right.
The rest of them, they are occupying time and space. They're not going to win. We know who's going to win. Cole said it best. You mean to tell me you think that Carolina's going to win the Super Bowl? Is Super Bowl or bust for them? No. Cowboys are spoken in that breath, not in the breath with the Rams and Denver. And
you putting them as the Carolina Panthers?
They're not that low, but
Panthers have beat us.
They're in the second half.
They've beat us a couple
times.
They're
in the second half, Hardge.
Yeah. So it goes back to my conversation. Top 4, every division, you know who they are. The bottom 4 in every division, you know who they are.
Yeah.
So you start to look and you say it. But I wouldn't put the Cowboys, even though they did
they're
not make
in the lower
plays.
half, bro. I hate to say it. And the reason that they're in the lower half is not because of Dak. It's because of Jerry.
Oh, Lord, every time something goes wrong, we got to call out Jerry. Why we got to mess with Jerry?
Because Jerry's the one that hired the defense coordinators that completely sucked. Yep. The last 3 coaches. They all did different defenses, and the team never had the opportunity to say, you know what, we can grow from this next season. Hopefully with Christian Parker this year, you don't scrap it after 1 year of allowing him to put all his work in, which I think that he has put enough work in already with just the people that he have, the tools that he have in the toolbox. The cupboard is full. The Cowboys had a lot of stiffs on it last year, that defense. The Cowboys were in every game because of their offense, scoring 30 points a game.
Yep.
And then how many teams score 30 points and lose? You mean to tell me you're going to let people score 35 and 38 points against you? Because you have the worst NFL defense statistically in history. That won't ever happen again. If they're halfway, if they're the 15th defense in the league, the Cowboys have the opportunity to go to the playoffs and maybe get to the conference championship. And I think Christian Parker can get that done.
Well, a lot of people are looking at Christian Parker as the savior of this defense. He can't do it alone, and I think the fact that the Cowboys defense he's definitely looking at.
Is he doing it alone?
He can't. He can't do it alone.
He's got Downs in the secondary.
He's got Malachi Lawrence, a new guy that is coming up that is getting a lot of praise.
Gary is going to be a force.
Gary is one heck of a
Quinn Williams,
right, and Kenny Clark,
and both both linebackers,
and DeMarvion Overshown being back, and you start to look at the savant, as you mentioned. Caleb Downs is somebody that the NFL is looking at, and you know Jerry Jones is looking at it now.
He's out of the way, you notice?
Possibly being the face of the Dallas Cowboys. You know, you always had somebody that was on the offensive side of the ball and on the defensive side of the ball. Who have you seen on the defensive side?
But Jerry wanted that to be him, is what I was saying. He wanted to be that face. And last year, he stepped away and let Coach Schottenheimer be Coach Schottenheimer. He goes in and said, okay, we're deficient on defense. Let me bring in another coach. There's a lot of great coaches that would not go to the Cowboys because they knew that Jerry Jones was going to hinder them. And they care about their record. They care about their legacies. And free agents, I'm not going to Dallas. That's where your career goes to die.
Yep.
I'm a fan. I know what it looks like, the optics, but I still rode with them. I didn't want to, but I did. And here we are on the prefaces of the Cowboys having a better defense. And when I say better, I'll take 15th. I'll take halfway.
I mean, I think anybody,
especially after last year being dead last,
the absolute worst.
God,
you're talking like the Cowboys are like the Cleveland Browns.
They are.
They're not that bad.
Defensively, they were.
No, defensively, they were the worst. They
were the worst.
Yeah, the worst.
Yeah, but it's like for free agents, like no one wants to go to Dallas. Would you rather go to Dallas or Arizona or Dallas or Carolina? But if you look at Jerry and what he's built, like Jerry will pay you eventually if you're worth a damn. But it's not like, you're going to Cleveland. It's like, oh, great. Like, who wants to go travel to Cleveland?
If you're smart, you will go to the Dallas Cowboys strictly because of two things. Number one, you're going to get paid. And number two, if you play for the Dallas Cowboys, your legacy becomes a little bit different, period. And you know that. I mean, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, you know how many guys – man,
it's just that the narrative has changed because Jerry has stepped back. Look how quiet it is, man.
That's good.
It is good.
Quit trying to talk him out like Candyman. You've been saying it for the last 3 days.
Don't say his name no more.
You've been saying
him and Joe Hendry and the Candyman. You can't mention them. They just show up.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Earlier issues on I-35 southbound at Highway 29 in Georgetown, as well as closer to downtown at 51st Street, have been taken care of. But watch out for a stalled vehicle in the service road of Highway 71 westbound at Manchac, blocking off the left turn lane. And you're stopping go this morning on I-35 northbound from the 45 Southeast toll to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, that grinding and squealing. What are you going to do about that?
Time for new brakes. The chain store never has what I need.
No worries. Go to RockAuto.com for name brands at lower prices.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 512-546-3415 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 512-546-3415 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 512-546-3415 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 512-546-3415.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study.
Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
It's a sale. Right now, any service needed for your vehicle is on sale at Leaf Johnson Ford on Airport and Koenig in Austin. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, alignments, you name it. And Leaf Johnson Ford in Austin has it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back to you. Go to leafjohnson.com and schedule your service, or come see us. Leaf Johnson Ford, Airport and Koenig.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin area weather, a heat advisory for your Wednesday, sunny and hot, a high of 105. Clouds this evening, a low near 80. Thursday, mostly sunny, a high of 100.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Fool, Ben Tyrod, what are you going to do? I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on RockAuto.com before you can even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
I'm Tarika Foster Brasby. What's up, y'all? I'm your girl, Cheryl Swoops. And it's WNBA All-Star season. The best players in the world are on the floor. And on our podcast, Levels to This, we've got something to say about every single one of them. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Levels to This with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby, and listen now.
Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
That's what I do! That's what I do!
You hear the beat drop. It can only mean one thing. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, the Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge?
Yes.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. Cole, back then they didn't know me, but now that I'm hot, they are all on me. Guys, another edition of the World's Strongest Take. And I know y'all are mad. I know you're upset. I know you feel like it's an abuse of power. But let me tell you why you should not be mad. And the subject matter is Mr. LeBron James. This may be the last take of the year about basketball because we are getting into college football 45 days away. But the big topic right now is LeBron James not deciding on where he's going to be playing next season. And that being said, the league now has not released the schedule because they have not decided on not where the Christmas games are going to be, because they want the best teams involved in these flagship trademark games. And LeBron James plays a pivotal role in whether or not who plays in those games, depending on what team he chooses to be a part of, because he is the draw, ladies and gentlemen. He is the Roman Reigns of the NBA. He is the one. He's the tribal chief. When Brady was playing, there was nobody higher on the football landscape than Tom Brady was, right? LeBron James is the same. Nobody said anything about Brady when he was a champ. Nobody says anything about Roman Reigns being the one. LeBron James is the one, y'all. He has that power, that cachet. I said earlier in the break, LeBron James physically is at 40 years old, is still in the top 25 best athletes in the NBA. He's number one, I think, from a cerebral standpoint because of his memory and his experience. Fundamentals, dribbling, passing, shooting, clutch. Top 10. Business-wise, number one. You trying to be the face of the NBA, you got to take LeBron's crown. And I don't see nobody yet in sight until he retires and he gives the crown away, because nobody stepped up and took it yet. My take is this. LeBron James has earned the right to say, I will play when I play, who I play with, when I tell you I play. Hardge, what say you?
I mean, that was a lot, bro. You broke it down. LeBron James is the face of the NBA still, whether people want to believe it or not. They can call him
washed up.
Yeah, you can call him everything. The league is still waiting on him. The one thing I will say is, why won't the league just go ahead and make it and put all the games
because
questionable? Put all the games as to be determined on all these other teams.
You can do that.
You can do that. Just put it out
there. But the networks don't want that. The network want definitive time and place. LeBron James versus Giannis Antetokounmpo, or LeBron James with Giannis Antetokounmpo versus X team. They want to know who's the teams. LeBron, the league cares more about where LeBron is, because they know that he is the linchpin of the NBA. Wherever he goes, that team is going to win. Hardge. Sucks, but that's still that's where it is.
Yeah, they have done an unbelievable job.
I don't agree with him stringing it out, because I think it's very self-gratifying.
But how much more self-gratification do you need? How much more? I mean, really.
He could just say it, man. Just any day.
He knows nothing's changing. Like, there's been no roster moves for anybody that would say, I'm changing for this, I'm changing for that. So therefore, he knows exactly where he's going.
Hard. I think that it's a league thing. Jerry Jones did this with the Cowboys. It's called hijacking the feed. Where do
you see him? Where do you see him at? Like, I'm not going to talk about this no more.
I see him in two places to win the championship.
Okay.
Miami and Philly. Now, if he goes to Cleveland, they will not win the championship, because I don't think, even with LeBron James, they can't beat
New York,
Miami. I don't even think they can beat New York. I don't think they can beat Miami, New York, or Philly. In the West, if he joins Golden State, he still got to run into Oklahoma City and San Antonio. Good luck.
Yeah.
You better stay in the West. In the East. So he needs to go to Miami and play. They showed Giannis and Bam Adebayo practicing together yesterday. I didn't realize that Bam could pass the ball, or all you got to do is throw it near the rim. Man, he threw the ball to Giannis, and Giannis dunked so hard that I thought he was going to break the backboard.
Well, you know as well as I do, it's one of those deals. They need to have that happen.
But imagine if you got LeBron throwing the ball to Bam and to Giannis. Remember the Olympics, right? Bam was the star. LeBron James and in the Olympics, Steph Curry and LeBron James were the scorers, but they kept getting the ball to Bam because Bam was the unique mismatch. And you have Giannis Antetokounmpo driving and leaving Bam one-on-one with people. Go to Miami.
Yeah.
Just go to Miami and win another championship. You already won one there.
I just look at it. I don't know. I'm really hopeful.
But let me stop you. I'm sorry. But what is your take on him holding the league up?
I'm done with it.
Okay.
Like I'm finished. I'm not even looking at it anymore because of the fact that he has gotten to the point now
where it's a sideshow.
Well, it's not even a sideshow because he's not making it about him. He's not posting something every day for people to be like, well, is he going to say something today? It's more us.
Okay.
We're creating this narrative for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like personally, I don't care. It's like these kids that are committed to certain schools. Till they get on campus, what we talking about? What we talking about?
What we talking about?
We got Marcus Spears now
I
on
want
campus.
a T-shirt. What we talking about?
What we talking about? And we got Marcus Spears on campus now. We could talk about him. We got Austin Gooseby on campus. We could talk about him. We got Bo Ogden on campus. We could talk about them. Rest of them, huh? What? We'll see where LeBron gonna go. Because when LeBron go, we'll know where he going. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna wind down this Wednesday with our final take. Texas basketball. They got a game scheduled. And SEC Media Days. Texas takes it over tomorrow. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Everything runs through Austin.
Swing and a miss! Light the tower! The Texas Longhorns have won their second straight softball national championship.
Congratulations to Texas softball on winning back-to-back national championships.
Barry going back. Warning track. Deep. It's gone. Tegan's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
1300 The Zone. Your home for champions. Your home for the Horns.
From the Lorenz & Lorenz Traffic Center.
Rush hour traffic this morning on the northbound side of I-35, about a 10 to 12 minute add to your drive going from Highway 45 up to Ben White. Similar slowdowns over on Mopac southbound. You're backed up from Breaker Lane into downtown. And over on Manor on 290 westbound, light brake tabs going from Old Kimbrough over to 130. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Cunol Turmeric.
Doctors recommend turmeric more than any other supplement for joint health. Cunol Ultra High Absorption Turmeric is the #1 form of turmeric. We're clinically tested to support joint health and healthy inflammation. Cunol, science-backed, trusted by millions.
Therapy Thursday with Ellen K is a new podcast where secrets come out, emotions run high, and no topic is off limits. Brought to you by Airtasker. Whether it's a task that just popped up or you've been putting it off for weeks, local taskers are ready to help. Listen to Therapy Thursday with Ellen K now on the iHeartRadio app and wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen. And oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live. And you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hot tubs,
saunas,
cold plunges.
Austin, the sale you've been waiting for is here. Join Texas Hot Tub Company for our grand opening celebration. One day only, Saturday, July 25th. Save with the lowest prices of the year on hot tubs, saunas, and cold plunges. Plus instant rebates up to $2,500 on select hot spring spas and Tilo saunas. Bring your swimsuit and try before you buy. Financing is available on approved credit. This Saturday at Texas Hot Tub Company, where Austin goes to swim, soak, sweat, and save.
Booking.com is the easiest way from a day surrounded by noise to a stay surrounded by nature. That's nice. Go on, book it. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
The greatest shopping event of the summer is here. Macy's Black Friday and July sale is back, where you'll find 40 to 60% savings on all the hottest summer fashion and more. Don't wait. Get first dibs on everything you love about Black Friday shopping, from unbeatable sales across the store to curated styles for the season at lower than low prices. Head to Macy's now for a fun-filled holiday shopping adventure smack dab in the middle of summer. It's the can't miss sale of the month. Black Friday and July at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Southern Rock Ride. The greatest Southern rock hits from the 70s and 80s. Skinner, 38 Special, Allman Brothers, and more. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Southern Rock Ride, and listen now. Free never sounded so good.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
What a great show today. If
yes,
you
it
missed any
was.
parts of it, get over to the podcast page wherever you get your podcast. SEC Media Days roll on today. Kalen DeBoer, John Summerall, and Pete Golding and Mike Elko will be having a huge talk today about the season, the impact, and what's going on with their programs.
Hard, you were saying earlier today, I think the people may want to know that the four-letter network has laid off more people.
Yeah.
And I gave you my explanation why I thought that is. I think it's a contractual deal. Nobody's taking pay cuts.
Well, some people are still getting paid more money. So a lot of guys are getting paid more money. So you start to look at it and you truly see that guys are, well, they'll be fine. I think everybody's understands what it looks like. Tomorrow, it'll be a throwback Thursday, but we will be at Texas, or we'll be at SEC Media Days live from Tampa, Florida, talking all things Texas Longhorns, as the Texas Longhorns football team will take the stage. Coach Sark will be out there. Trevor Gooseby, offensive lineman, first-team All-American, Walter Camp. You got our quarterback, Arch Manning, will be taking the microphone as well. And, of course, Colin Simmons and Trevor Gooseby. You should be able to hear that. Craig Way, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, will probably get the most of the interviews tomorrow because of the time frame and when Texas will be in. But we'll be there, boots on the ground, bringing you all the action, getting insight. We'll have Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. He will join me at 8 o'clock, and of course, and Mark at 8 o'clock. And of course, we'll have Eric Henry of Horns 247 joining us at his usual time on the show. So we're excited about it all, but there's so much to get into. Also, I wanted to bring this up too, Mark, because Texas men's basketball has scheduled Baylor Bears on their schedule for the basketball season next year. But the thing about the game is that it will be played in San Antonio at the Frost Bank Center.
Oh, that's awesome.
A neutral site game, November the 15th. I believe that's right after a Texas football game too, the following day. So it'll be interesting to see how many people are going to make it to the Frost Bank Center.
I'm putting my call in game after the show.
Well,
because that's going to be sold out. Watch.
I don't know if it's going to be sold out.
Everybody wants to see this Texas lineup.
Everybody also wants to go to LSU because it's the day after LSU in Baton Rouge.
Oh, it's a away game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a home game. So that will be an interesting look. Glad that they're getting a chance to play. As you know, Baylor and Texas played a lot during the Southwest Conference days and the Big 12 days. So they've known each other in the history. It changed once everybody decided to go their separate ways. But it's always a great matchup because Scott Drew always has good basketball teams, and Texas is trying to see how good their basketball team is going to be.
I would tell everybody not to drive to New Orleans. Like, fly and then go to San Antonio and then rent a car and drive back up to Austin. That way you can, after the game, wake up early, get on a plane, get to San Antonio, get a car, run around, watch the game, then come back to Austin.
That is not always the easiest flight to get out of
New Orleans to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh, Southwest.
I'm sure, but you gonna be the only one. I mean, you're the only one that can get a PJ, man. You the one that's
Stop it.
Yeah, you
know. No, I can't.
Yeah. Oh, you can.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
I got a wife.
Yeah. I'm sure if she was traveling and she wanted to travel like that.
No, she gonna be like, we drive. We're not spending that money. No, we're not.
There's other things we could do with that money. But yeah, you start looking at it and you see that Texas getting that back on the schedule is something that needs to happen. I do want to ask you this. Tomorrow, obviously, Texas, it will be taking the stage. There will be a lot of conversation about the Texas Longhorns, the expectation of the season. Coach Sark over under wins. He's going to get mad about something. You know it, because somebody's going to make him mad about a question that'll be asked. But my thought to you is,
why be mad though?
What is the question that you would ask him? If you have one question that you would want to ask him about this football team, about the offseason, whatever it may be, what would be your biggest, your favorite question for him?
Coach, the biggest complaint is about the play calling inside the red zone. Like, is there anything that was done differently or that you will do differently this year as opposed to the last couple of years?
Well, Mark, that's a great question, but let me just tell you this. I'm not going to give you my game plan. I'm just going to let you see what happens. And yes, I did some self-reflecting, but now it's time for us to get back to work. That's why they build windshields and not rearview mirrors that are smaller, because they don't want to look back.
Come on, Coach. drop signs on me, Coach. Hit me with the bars. You know he will too. He lies.
That's exactly what he's gonna say. I mean, he's gonna, I did go back and look, and we weren't that bad the red zone. It's just we didn't score touchdowns. And if you look at the number, we were 85% success rate in there, but the touchdown rate, we were 63%. And we will have to be
he's going to
better.
hit you with the stats and everything. But that's so good. So my thing is this. When Xavier Worthy was here, they ran those pivot routes. And when Golden was here, they ran the deep end and just the jerk out. Like, Can we get those two routes inside the 20 with a tight end going up the seam?
You know what I think? I think truly that it is something that he believed guys can't run the right route like that. It has to be.
I hope he have faith. I hope these guys show him that they can do what he asks them to do. Because if that's the case, Texas is they're gonna get more possessions from the defense, and I have all the faith in the world that offense is gonna be fine this year.
We're gonna find out. It's time. It's definitely time, it's closing time. We'll be live from Tampa, Florida tomorrow. Stay locked in. Tell your friends to tell more friends about the morning kickoff Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. Mike Hardge, Mark Henry, and our guy Cole holding it down. And just remember this, stay locked in all day long.
Thank you, Cole.
Make sure you stay locked. It's going to be a busy day. Dan Patrick, Colin Cowherd, the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. I think it's going to be Jake because Cam and Craig will be on the flight. I will be on the way as well. But just remember this, folks. Don't believe everything you see because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
Delivering more is just how we do business at Group 1 Ford of South Austin. Get more selection with our huge inventory of brand new Fords and quality pre-owned rides. More value,